I want to close with a story, and this is a story about my sister, who happens to be here today, and she doesn't know I'm sharing this story. I hear her over there going, what's she going to say? In March of this year, my sister experienced one of those things in life that the most painful kind of tragedies that we can experience, the unexpected death of her husband. So at 62 years old, everything's turned upside down, And she suddenly has major decisions to make in her life. So in September, she made a big decision, and she sold her home in West Virginia, and she moved to Las Vegas. To go gamble it all away? No. Why Las Vegas? Many of you know. To go and live with our 88-year-old Aunt Wanda, who's in the house today, along with some dear cousins from Virginia who are here today too. So Aunt Wanda, for those who don't know, she's my mom's twin sister. So all my life, to me and my sister, she's been like a second mom, only a lot more fun, let me tell you. But here's the thing, the first thing at the top of my sister's to-do list when she got to Las Vegas was to find a church. That she had a wonderful one another community in West Virginia for over 10 years. And it was one in which she served in a very high capacity of leadership for many years. It was home. It was her church home. It was her church family. It was people she was deeply connected to and did life with. And these were the people who mourned with her and comforted her and even carried her through this most difficult season of life. So everyone would completely understand if she made the move to Vegas and then kind of decided something like this, well, I'm just not ready to go find a church yet, I need some time to mourn, and I need some time to heal, and I need time to just adjust and get settled in, to this new home. I'm just going to watch church online. I'll watch, my church from back home. That would make sense, right? But that's not what she did. Again, made it her top priority to find a new one another community as quickly as she could. She knew that she needed an army of Jesus followers and lovers to protect her from the enemy's flaming arrows. All the lies he wanted to throw at her about why God allowed her husband to die and what would become of her now. Flaming arrows that could lodge in her mind and lead to depression, paralyzing grief, bitterness, self-pity. So she checked out a few churches, and she found one nearby called Anchor Church. She loved the message, and she loved the music. And so again, she could have just kind of slipped in and slipped out, on Sundays for a long, long time. But no, she knew she needed more, and she wanted more. She wanted that deeper connection. She knew a call for getting up close and personal with people in group life. So right away, she joined a women's Bible study group. And then shortly after that, she joined a serving team. And it didn't matter that at her old church she had been, again, at leadership levels in her serving. She joined the coffee team. The coffee team. And she said it has been one of the best ways to meet people and make friends at that church. So she's part of a new community now. A community seeking to love one another in order to protect each other from the enemy and his deceptive schemes. Because love always protects. My hope and my prayer for you today is just a simple one. That, like my sister, you will make it your top priority to seek after this kind of one another connection with Jesus' church in 2025. That you'll find where you can receive that kind of one another protection, but then you can also be one who develops in these areas, and you provide it and you give it for others. Maybe it's get in a group. If you're not in a group, get in a group. We'll be registering in just a couple weeks, new groups. If you're not on a serving team, man, get on a serving team. so that others can come around you and they can ground you in truth, and they can encourage right living, and they can strengthen your faith. And if you already have this kind of connection, then my hope and my prayer for you is that it just grows even deeper and stronger in this coming year.